With ER staff shortages across the country only seeming to get worse, frustration is starting to boil over.
I find a 3-week closure totally unacceptable.
We've now had, I believe, 25 closures since January 1st.
In BC, when hospitals reduced services, data verified by CBC News show average closures lasted 16 hours. Hospitals in the interior were hardest hit. Clearwater's ER has been closed for 375 hours this year. The next closest ER, at least an hour and 20 minutes away.
For some families, life is going to be permanently changed because they lose a loved one. That's what we're playing chicken with right now.
In Perth, Ontario, one doctor witnessed the impacts firsthand.
I did have a patient that came in who was in respiratory distress. So I had to call 911 to my office. My office is literally a half a block away from the hospital, and she had to be transported to the Smiths Falls site, which is 25 kilometers away.
This hospital in Alexandria, Ontario, is closing its ER overnight until August 3rd.
We aren't able to provide nursing support and nursing care across the hospital in a safe way.
Across the country, that's the reason given for many of these closures. Hospital staff say pandemic burnout has made Canada's already critical nursing shortage even worse.
They are either retiring, they're leaving the profession, but we are also seeing many nurses leave the public system and go to the private agencies.
While ER closures hurt smaller communities, Toronto's paramedic union says it's also struggling with staff shortages.
The system is collapsing. It's not on the verge of collapse. It is collapsing. I would say on average there's a resignation once a week.
Government officials across the country have said they're working to recruit and retain more nurses, including back in Clearwater, where the mayor is optimistic.
I'm seeing things that should have happened and similarly have happened during COVID. They're busting open the system. They're changing schedules. I think that we may be out of this in the next couple of months.
We just can't see this ever happen again.
For now, Drummond says these closures are a gamble and people's lives are what's at stake. Talia Ricci, CBC News, Toronto.